you might remember this one. This goes similar as the yearly energy. Like this year's monthly energy follows same pillar. So that is the order of the yearly flow from this year. But at the same time, this year's month, February to December and January, that pillar follow exactly same yearly pillar from this year's. This is the small kind of microsystem and macrosystem kind of. There's a fractal image. But if we carefully look at this year's monthly energy, now we can kind of expect to see what will be happened in next 6 years or 9 years. But anyway, this is the beginning energy. The 2022 is beginning energy. It's the beginning of the wood, and at the same time, beginning of the triple combination of fire, big cycle of fire. So it's very small. It's the sprout. It's the sprout energy that is coming out. So that was the February energy as well. So when we look at this year's monthly flow, things are not quite really done on February and March. In April, there was some kind of revealed things that has been really clarified. Its character, should I go this way or that way? Or should I do this or that? That is happening in April, which means if we think about this in yearly energy, what we want to start in this year will be really clearly shown its character in 2024, like 2 years later. So this year and next year will be, it's kind of starting moment. Starting moment is a motivating moment. We try to do something really new, try to make our family to the different direction, our country to the different direction. New political government will start their new policy, something like that. And then that is kind of clearly shown their character in 2024, in the yearly perspective. And February to April, those three wood energy, that is the meaning of wood. Wood is beginning, starting. And then fire time, in fire time, what we have begun in last 3 months or 3 years, 3 months, will now start expanding. But it should be expanding in starting from May. But suddenly this metal things is kind of happening here in these two, actually. So it's not quite expanded very well in May. But now in June, the wood to fire energies now start really larger and increasing. Because the fire horse is the middle of the big cycle of fire. At the same time, in the middle of small cycle of fire, it's like double fire energy, and it's pure fire. It's now starting. So in this year and in this month, before that, this is the image of the 5 elemental picture. So basically this month in June is preferable if fire is Yongshin, but very clearly if fire is dominant energy, which means unfavorable. For those people, this month could be not really fun. And at the same time, this is the part of triple combination of fire. So these three will make really huge fire if you have dog. Even though you don't have dog, the tiger and horse already creates some kind of big fire energy. But with dog, that's really huge. So in this case, if fire is Yongshin, that can help more positive energy. If that is dominant energy, you should make some plan to deal with that. I follow you for a long time. Yeah, I remember the face. It's the first time I can join. I live in Virgin. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a live session in the afternoon, maybe 2 to 3 hours before, like 3 to 4 p.m. in the US. So maybe you guys can join in Europe. This dog energy can be in the chart, or this could be your Dian, and this could be any daily pillars energy. I mean daily energy. What I put in the weekly flow video, any dog time comes in this month, those will create the triple combination of fire temporarily for 1 day. Does having a favorable year or moment from the past be another way of determining preferable energy? Like if you remind certain years were really favorite in your life, Does that mean those years' energy is preferable energy like that? I'm really careful to say that is preferable or not, but similar mindset can be happened in similar year, in similar 5-element time. Because people sometimes misunderstand what is really preferable meaning or what is not preferable meaning. Something like enjoy my life can be preferable, but it cannot be preferable sometimes. Like enjoy my life, spend all my money, that doesn't mean preferable energy. Yeah, enjoy my life and then kind of my wealth is increasing at the same time, that could be preferable. But similar mindset, similar things can happen in similar element. And the preferable and not preferable, good things and bad things, positive and negative things can always go together. Like it's not always 100% good, 100% bad. If you feel something very preferable and then feels like it's my favorite year, if you remind those years later, there should be some kind of not really preferable things happened. How come the Chinese element system is so similar in a way with Western astro like dog, tiger, and horse? Yet, and the fire strong cycle is the same as Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Are you an astrologer? I want to correct one thing. It's not only Chinese element. It's all around the Eastern countries, Japan, Korea, and China. So yeah, it developed in different areas, but people in the past, in ancient time, people try to look at the sky. People try to look at many different things. Yeah, many different things. Yeah, in all Asia, right? And try to apply those principles to the agriculture and to the politics, in everywhere in the world. So usually they try to look at the stars, right? They try to look at the stars, try to look at the sun and the moon, and then 12 division of the sky. So those things can kind of happening in the same time, I think. Yeah. And one day, maybe Eastern European country and then Chinese people or Korean people try to trade something and then trade their knowledge, so they kind of learn each other some way. It's very also similar to the Egyptian astrology, I think. Yeah. What I guess is that is the energy of in this kind of study, in this Batsa study, that is the energy of this wood or fire and the dog. Because in rainwater tiger year is this year, the rainwater tiger energy is applied to every country in the world. So in every country, if you can observe that correctly, same things are happening in every world, in every country, in every person, same things are happening in this year. So the development of human being can be also similar, wood to fire to earth to metal and water. So in same time period, their interests were kind of similar. Look at the stars and then make some kind of study to share. That's my thinking. The main difference between the Western and Eastern is that the Western likes similar energy. Eastern makes more balance between element. Yeah, but try to make a balance is also the characteristic of my lineage. In some other lineages, if certain elements become really large, like that, like in some lineages, they said they have to follow the fire. Like whatever your Yongsheng is, whatever your preferable energy is. It's like dictatorship. It's some really powerful dictator rules your country or family. You have to follow that, like that. So that also makes sense, yeah. But in this modern time, our individual mind and thinking is kind of more important, and sometimes people's mind can win the dictatorship sometimes. Not in certain countries, but yeah.